Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Finally off fucking work. It's a little warm out here in Omaha, man. 72 degrees, man. So I can't even throw my hoodie on without sweating. But man, peep game, man. I want to talk about motherfucking Leonard Ellaby, man. What the fuck? Niggas will find a victory in anything, bro. They'll go out of their way to find a victory in anything, even if the victory has nothing to do with y'all. What he said, the little Twitter, whatever he said on Twitter or whatever, talking about the numbers of Canelo Alvarez, 800,000 pay-per-view buys or whatever domestically, that isn't due to smart marketing and promotion and all that shit of Steven Espinoza. That's simply the power of the buying power of a Canelo Alvarez. Like I don't understand how anybody can ignore that. If the marketing strategy was prominent behind that, then how come Gervonta Davis and Earl Spence, how come them cats ain't doing numbers like that? Wilder did the numbers that it did because it was alongside Tyson Fury, and it was a build up into the fight that had nothing to do with. It has something to do with the fight. Actually, it had everything to do with he felt he was cheated and robbed, and it was an attempted murder plot acted out to the best of their abilities in the second fight. So a lot of that went into the promoting of the second of the trilogy. These cats, I don't get how people are not understanding that not HBO, but pay-per-view is beating a dead horse by this time. Fury, unless he fights Anthony Joshua, is not doing numbers like that. Deontay Wilder damn sure ain't doing numbers like that. They tried that bullshit. They showed us Andy Ruiz versus Cristobal Arreola. That's smart marketing to you? That's smart? A fight that should have been placed on Showtime or Fox? You're trying to tell me that's your whatever business degrees you have is what that permeated to? No, bro, fuck out of here. 800,000 pay-per-view buys is not credited to the executives of Showtime. It just isn't. This dude has cornered. He's a Mexican. I need people to really understand that. He's a Mexican. He has an entire country behind him. He has the Chicanos up here who fuck with him. He has black people up here who fuck with him. He has a white audience who fucks with him. People respect greatness, and he's done his road work enough to where Oscar honestly is the reason why he is where he's at in the now. He didn't fizzle out after he left Oscar. Oscar built him up to where he is now. And after he cut himself off from Oscar, it honestly, it widened his it boosted his brand. The general consensus, not necessarily the general consensus, but people who don't necessarily know anything is going to tell you he cherry picked his way out, at the weakest division. They're going to tell you all that bullshit. The fact of the matter is he went undisputed in under a year. You got to think about how long it takes people usually to go undisputed, to become unified with all of these promotional, everybody, all these promotional companies be set tripping and shit like that. Man, fuck out of here, bro. No. He said, nah, I'm not signing no long-term grip. No. I want to be able to have my movement. I ain't allowing nobody to dictate my career the way that man was doing it. So he broke out of that, and he's he's his own boss, and look at what he's doing. If Caleb Plant didn't have a fucking belt, he's not coming over there. And he still do the same numbers. Because it was wild. I remember not too long ago, like it was the Danny Garcia versus Earl Spence fight, and it was something about the live gate and the pay-per-view buys. They looked at the pay-per-view buys between that and I think when Canelo fought Callum Smith, and it was just really, they ran with that narrative that Earl Spence has surpassed Canelo Alvarez as the pay-per-view star attraction. And I'm like, y'all niggas are some blithering idiots. You had the option to pay for the pay-per-view, or you could have just spent $20 and copped copped the DAZN app for a month. Like, you just can't fix stupid. Shout out to the IBFP, man. Y'all niggas is some bozos. That literally makes no sense. Like, that's logical to you? He superseded Canelo Alvarez as the pay-per-view attraction because he was able to, he amassed a couple of 100,000 pay-per-view buys, if that. Canelo was on a streaming app. His fight was on a streaming app. How, I don't get that. Wherever Canelo goes, he's gonna generate that type of money. That's not due to somebody. If you want to say Steven Espinoza is smart, Al Heyman is smart, and everybody, all of his constituents are smart for for saying, all right, cool, we'll pay for you. All right, different ball game. But don't sit here and act like it's something other than Canelo's star power. Y'all didn't build that man to where he is today. He used to fight on Showtime. He left 2014, whatever. He left. Chuck Deuces on y'all. And that was his first time back since what, the Lara fight? Y'all, man, y'all be doing, y'all get away with, y'all, whatever makes sense in y'all head, it's just, I don't understand how the shit that y'all say makes sense. That is the dumbest shit. Wherever Canelo goes, his following is going. If he goes back to DAZN, which he will, because I think eventually he's gonna come across Carlos Gongora. I have that feeling. And Dmitry Bivol is over there. You don't think it? Look, if he fights Beterbiev or Beterbiev, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if he fights him, he's a top-ranked fighter. You don't think he's gonna do the same numbers on ESPN? Will that be accredited? Will those same figures be accredited to the genius of a Bob Arum, or would it just simply be because Canelo's fighting on the fucking on the network? Like, it's amazing how y'all can sit here and just turn something into, like, Jesus Christ. It's like clay and putty. Y'all can formulate the actual, whatever in your mind, you can warp it to whatever it is you want to warp it into. Steven Espinoza and them is not to be credited for 800,000 pay-per-view buys. They didn't even promote that fight like that. It is the buying power of Canelo Alvarez. Nothing else. Nothing else. And then, oh man, fuck Eddie Hearn. Oh, they like, man, why is it? When y'all do shit like that, everything trickles downhill, man. You talking about fuck Eddie Hearn in a fucking press conference about Tank Davis and everything, man. Like, when y'all say that dumb shit, your legion of followers, regurgitate the same shit that y'all say. So now it becomes that much harder to get a fight with Tank Davis and Devin Haney. It becomes that much harder. Because y'all just can't keep y'all little beefs between yourselves for the better of your fighters. I want to fuck Eddie Hearn. Like, nigga, you can have your little plex with him all you want to, man, but keep that shit out of the eye of the public. Keep it out of the eye. It's wild. I'm arguing with niggas talking about how Eddie Hearn ain't this and that and the third. I'm like, bro, y'all are going out of your way to denigrate this man for making a power move that will save you more money. If Top Rank, if fucking PBC had it their way, every big fight that should be on a fucking regular Saturday night fight on Fox or Showtime, y'all be coming out of pocket $80. And then a lot of it don't even be a big fight. They gave fucking Andy Ruiz and fucking Cristobal Arreola a pay-per-view. Like, pay-per-view? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's on the pay-per-view. When you can spend $20 a month, a $100 annual fee to get a fight of that caliber every month, practically. Every month. Andre fights next month. You are getting a that you would think that would be common sense, but because people are so wrapped up in these, you know, on this set trip and shit between promotional banners, you gonna go right along and, man, fuck Eddie Hearn. While he's trying to get you big fights for a lesser price. And you will formulate whatever way you can in your head to possibly paint this nigga as the bad guy when he's trying to soften the load on your wallet. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All the content you get on DAZN, World Boxing Super Series tournaments, you have all the female fighters you getting exposed to through fucking DAZN. It's like, bro, it's not even. I don't see how anybody can argue against it. It's just, like, you niggas is some idiots. Blithering idiots. The zone ain't shit. I'ma stick with the PBC while they charge me $80 for Andy Ruiz versus motherfucking Cristobal Arreola. Mexicans didn't even take to that fight like that. And them dudes is Mexicans. Chicano, if I want, you know, come on, man. You know you see me trying to get over. Fuck wrong with you, bruh? It's Chicanos. Arreola and Ruiz are Chicanos. They did not garner the type of fucking, they didn't get that. They didn't get love like that on the pay-per-view buys. They did not get that type love. Because nobody give a fuck about them like that. Their buying power just isn't that. Like, this, it ain't it. And they sold you motherfuckers that. They sold you Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz too. They sold you Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios and Leo Santa Cruz. Now they about to sell you. They was gonna sell you Rolly Romero, but now they gonna give you Isaac Cruz. This is marketing power to them. This is smart marketing to them. It makes no fucking sense to anybody else, but to them, this is a fight that we should be going down on Showtime. The most you should have to pay for this fight is your monthly subscription to Showtime. But nah, we gonna put this bitch on ESPN. Not ESPN, but pay-per-view. I don't fucking think so. Them niggas ain't seeing nothing from me. And that's on my mama. No. Then when you asked about a Devin Haney, it's fuck Eddie Hearn. Like, bro. And people are so fucking stupid, they can't think for themselves. All of these promotional banners do bullshit. That would include Eddie Hearn. In business, you have to do bullshit in order to sink or swim. It's cutthroat. But Eddie Hearn keeps a certain level of integrity attached to the sport of boxing. He does. Him being willingly to ship Andre off to the PBC so he can get that unification bout with Charlo, that's trying to restore integrity. What is wrong with that? Him trying to get a motherfucking Devin Haney versus Tank Davis, what's wrong with that? Him winning the fucking the purse bid to host Teofimo Lopez and George Camboso, what's wrong with that? Leonard Ellerbe, man, come on, bro. Like, y'all niggas y'all will say anything, man. Y'all could get that shit. Oh, y'all can pull the wool over dumbass niggas' eyes, but I ain't one of them niggas. The success of Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez is not due to no motherfucking Steven Espinoza. That shit is not, that has nothing to do with Steven Espinoza. It has everything to do with the fact that Canelo is the face of the sport. Especially over here and on the, on this land. There's nobody coming close to what that dude is doing. They talking about this a $100 million fight, bro. And Caleb Plant isn't even a name. I've came across countless people who was like, I've never even heard of Caleb Plant. And with that being said, he still does $800,000. People are coming out of pocket $80 a pop. 800,000 motherfuckers domestically came out of $80 to watch Canelo fight. That isn't due to smart marketing of motherfucking Steven Espinoza. He's not responsible for that. Canelo Alvarez is responsible for that. Period, point blank. You dude just a trip, man. I have my hood on my head outside, so my hair is hella, like, matted down. But yeah, you niggas is a trip, bro. I'm about to go devour some nachos, man.